Ronnie Long out of North Carolina, bro. 44 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. And they did him dirty. They did him dirty and tried to give him $750,000 when he came home.
Hold on.
$750,000, bro. $750,000. 44 years.
You got me.
Come on, bro.
All types fucked up.
Man,
I hope that nigga was wise enough to
So he rejected that and got $25 million. Let me play the audio for him real quick.
Right, now.
It began in May of 1976 when Long was accused of breaking into a home in Concord, North Carolina, and raping a 54-year-old white woman, Sarah Bost. Although there was no physical evidence tying Long to the crime, he was convicted by an all-white jury and given an 80-year sentence.
I feel as though the criminal justice system here in this state failed me.
After spending nearly 30 years in prison, that Long learned that Concord police investigators had tested more than a dozen pieces of evidence and had hidden the results. That evidence, as Attorney Lau described in an interview last month, supported Long's innocence. Did the defense at trial know that there were 43 fingerprints found at the crime scene that didn't match Ronnie Long?
They did not.
Did the defense...
will have to pay out a record civil settlement for its part in wrongfully convicting Ronnie Long.
You'll remember Long spent 44 years in prison for a rape he did not commit after detectives and prosecutors hid evidence that could have proven his innocence. Our cameras were there the day he was released from prison.
Now he just won a $25 million settlement. The city also issuing the 68-year-old a formal apology.
WCNC Charlotte's Michelle Bowden has been following this story since the beginning and has the very latest, all new at 11.
This is the biggest settlement in North Carolina's history for a wrongful conviction, one of the biggest ever in the U.S. But Long says it's the apology, something that's very rare in these cases, that means so much.
It has been a long time coming.
Ronnie is relieved. He is relieved that finally there is a public recognition and an apology of what was done to him and his family.
Ronnie Long was just 20 years old and living in Concord when, as a young black man, he was accused of raping a prominent white woman. Police built a bogus case, lying on the stand, hiding evidence that proved his innocence and tampering with the jury.
Not only did law enforcement officers lie, but prosecutors were engaged in an active campaign to ensure that despite the evidence of Ronnie's innocence, he remained incarcerated all these years, well past the time it was obvious that they had a wrongful conviction.
In August of 2020, Long was exonerated and freed after 44 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. The governor pardoned him and the state compensated him just $750,000. He told us then it wasn't nearly enough.
North Carolina intentionally put me in the penitentiary. And you tell me $750,000? It worth 44 years of my life?
Long filed a civil suit last year, and now the city of Concord is paying up with a record-setting $22 million settlement and an apology.
Here, the city of Concord really owned up to the past misdeeds of city employees, which is really remarkable. I don't know of any other case where a municipality has issued such an apology as part of a civil settlement.
As part of the settlement, the city of Concord, quote, acknowledges and accepts responsibility for the significant errors in judgment and willful misconduct by previous city employees that led to Long's wrongful conviction and imprisonment. The State Bureau of Investigation is also paying out $3 million, making the $25 million settlement the biggest in North Carolina's history for a wrongful conviction.
I think the message it sends is that both the city and the State Bureau of Investigation recognized that there was significant harm done here. And although money can't fix it, I think symbolically, when it's a large number like this one, I think that sends an equal message of apology.
Does the number sort of indicate how egregious the case was?
I think it's a big indicator of how egregious this case was.
We're told Long should actually have a check in hand this week.
Bang. That's a long time, bro. I said yesterday, nigga, I need $1 billion. No, I need $2 billion. And I need immunity for aggravated assault that I'm finna commit on them that got me locked up, nigga. Then we got a deal, nigga. Because it ain't no amount of money for 44 years, nigga. I ain't been on this earth 44 years, bro.
Bro was 20 years old.
Then y'all gave him the sickest jacket you could give a nigga.
Come on.
For a white woman.
Ain't no telling what he dealt with down there.
Come on.
Man, he didn't seen shit. He seen shit change down there. All type of shit.
The world is so different from
He raped this funky bitch. Y'all know he ain't raped that funky hoe.
Intentionally lied, bro.
Funky. Man, I'm sitting here just, I had to close my eyes to, like, you know how when you hear something, I had to close my eyes just to visualize, like, y'all took 44 years
to come up with this shit, man. Everybody probably dead, though.
Might be.
Damn near.
He's 66.
And you got to think, they was probably older than him, a lot of the people that was involved.
Facts. And like I tell you what
I wonder where she at.
And that's what I was saying earlier about that business shit that these niggas try to hang. Oh, business. Oh, da-da-da. Oh, you got to know the business. They was in the business of giving that nigga $750,000, right? They was saying, we're going to give you
44 years.
For 44 years, $750,000. Not even $1 million, nigga. But he had to do business to get what was rightfully owed, which they owe him even more. Your life is priceless. But like he said, nigga, the apology was priceless. Like, I need y'all to tell me that y'all did me wrong and acknowledge that and apologize. That is more valuable than the money to me. But they don't ever want to do that. And that's why I tell you, motherfuckers, why they will never acknowledge what they did to black people in slavery and oppression and segregation, nigga. They not gonna tell you that because they know it raises a different level of like, damn, we gotta acknowledge to the motherfuckers how we did them. But he held his own. Salute the homie. Man, live your life, man. You and your family. Congratulations, bro.
Not on me.
Because that's fucked up, bro. They was going to let him walk away with that $750, bro. But look what they had. They had $25 million to give him.
Yeah.
Look at the percentage and the difference of that. That ain't what, that's why I say that business shit, when it come to certain shit with the system, man, fuck that. Fuck all that, man. Fuck that.
Nah, for real. Man.
But nah, man, shout out to homie. He came home. Y'all turned this up.
Not a lot of money. But $750,000 ain't what I would call compensation for 44 years of a man's life that was intentionally put in the penitentiary. My dad died. Last thing my sister said my daddy said, till when I tried, till when I did all I could to get him out. My mother died 30 days before I got out. Her last word to my sister, you running home? No, 44 years. Okay, I was cutting stone, setting stone. I was a stonemason. What a stonemason make today? What would a stonemason made up to now? What is it I could accomplish in 44 years that you stole from me? I mean, what's the American dream? Man, you say, what's the American dream? Man, you come to America, you're an American dream.